What's good, everybody? It's H back with another 12 Hub TV episode. And today is a wonderful day, and I'm in awe of a crazy shoe that I just got in. I hit on a raffle. I think a lot of people did, so I would hope it's not that limited because it is a great shoe. And I'm just lucky to get a pair kind of early because the release got pushed back till next week. If you don't know what it is, it's the A Ma Maniere Jordan 3, which is arguably one of the best shoes of the year, and I'm going to explain why in this video. Let's go. So, the A Ma Maniere Jordan 3. It came out in random drops. So I believe from April 14th and 15th and 16th, they did an in-store type of thing. We could sign up for a slot to go to the store and pick it up for women only in the markets that the A Ma Maniere stores are in. So like I believe DC, Atlanta, one other place. I'm not even sure. But they have maybe 4 or 5 locations nationally. I live in DC, so I missed it. I didn't even think of looking for it because I thought it was going to be like a sneakers drop or something, but apparently it's a very limited drop. So kind of mad because when I tried to look up, how to cop it, and I saw a couple of videos and people were actually, and this is like on the 16th and 17th, people were actually on the website on the 15th, 16th, and there were slots open for like DC and all of that type of stuff. So a little bit frustrating and annoying that I didn't get that, but fine. I coped. I went in for the online raffle via their website. I used my wife's name and went for my size. So I was like, all right, maybe I could up my odds by using a female's name, and waited a couple of days. I think I didn't find out till like the 20 or the 19th, I think. So my co-host on the podcast, Glenn, he ended up getting his alert a day before me. I thought I had struck out, so I was like, yeah, whatever, rigged. And then the next day, I saw Twitter, people were saying, oh, alert's still coming in. I checked the email account, and I got them. This is the second go around with this video for me. I messed up the audio on the first one, where I did the whole unboxing, but the unboxing wasn't special. The A Ma Maniere has its own special boxing, but for this one, I think they went through a distribution outlet, so it just came in a brown box, so nothing special there. This is the actual shoe, so there it is. It comes, I think Jordan 11s and retros came like this or something, where they put this plastic over the shoe, this firm, clear, translucent plastic, so you slide it right off, right? So this is pretty cool. It's got the A Ma Maniere logo all around it. So put that off to the side. Let's get right into the box for the shoe. Got the Flight on top, right? So this is sort of a purplish grayish color. Very unique, glossy finish to the touch, very fancy looking. Love it. Jumpman looking fly. Lid off. A Ma Maniere paper. Very classy. The shoe smells ridiculous. So I've never been a shoe smell guy until I, like, people always talk about how the way Jordan 1 smell. So when I cracked open this box for the first time, I got that strong whiff. And I don't know if it's the chemicals or whatever, but it made me kind of high, and I loved it. So associating the aesthetics and beautiful looks of the shoe to that smell is what gets people like amped up when they open up a Jordan 1, I guess. I felt the same way about this shoe when I first opened it. I smelled this same thing when I bought the LeBron Icon parachute beige colorway, and I smelled it. And I was like, damn, these must be fake, because you hear the stories about like how the glue on the shoe, if it smells funky, it's whatever. So I didn't know what good glue versus bad glue smelled like until now. Having a real pair of shoes with that glue smell is amazing. Getting into the shoe though. Enough about glue. This is not why you're here, right? The materials are no joke on this shoe, and the color palettes and all that stuff. So like I said, sort of a purplish gray right here, which really you can't really tell the difference when you're out and about, but it really hits hard. sort of the vintage, worn, faded sole here. Midsole, white with very buttery suede right here. Material wise, I've heard mixed reviews. Me personally, it's decent. I'm not mad at this. It has very soft enough leather up here. Tumbled, painted, tumbled, beautiful. The suede is very premium. On the eyelets, everything. See if I get this in the camera. When I did it the first time, I got it in the camera. On the lace tips, it says work harder. You can see that right there. So the story behind this is that these are all little quotes from that James Whitner, the creator, founder of A Ma Maniére, his mother used to say to him. So getting into the backstory of this, the shoe is inspired for women, about women, and it coincides with a short video called Raised by Women, where I believe they talk about women's role in the household, especially in the black community when it came to raising boys, to men, and all of that. So it's dedicated to mothers, really, and their impact on men, women, children in general. Okay, that's the short of it. I haven't watched the short yet, but everything on the shoes, the elements of the shoes, involves quotes that James Whitner's mother had said to him as he grew up. So we have on the left shoe, and I'll read this out and I'll put the words up here. So it says this: all we have is each other, on the left shoe. And on the right shoe, it says, you have to be comfortable working alone. And on the laces, work harder. Things that inspired him as a man, and he wanted to put into the element of the shoe. Looking at it even more, you have, like, I like to call this like the waffle jacket padding, the waffle coat when it's winter time, you know, like the puffy coats with the waffle print. So that's what I like to call that. But very plush in here, goes that sock liner, and then also around the tongue. The tongue is not outrageously long. Like sometimes you get a Jordan 3, the tongue is like sticking all the way up to here. This one's not. You have the Jumpman on one shoe and the A Ma Maniére logo on the other, which I always like. I like when they do that stuff where they put two different logos. It adds extra to the shoe itself. And the biggest unique part of the shoe is the Nike Air on the back. Not many collabs get the Nike Air, so them letting James Whitner put the Nike Air on the back here speaks volumes and adds to the allure of the shoe and why it's so unique. Another thing, the leather here on the raised up right here is unpainted, unfinished, which is not a usual thing. So you kind of see additional outline of the nice premium leather under there. It's a crazy shoe, man. Comes with extra laces, which I am neither here nor there for. It matches the eyelets right here a little bit more. I think I might stick with the white. I don't know. They both say work harder on them. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm going to wear these at all because, number one, again, the Jordan thing. Still mentally ill from the Jordan stuff. And it's just such a beautiful shoe. Also, you get the tag here. This is a little Nike Air and the A Ma Maniére on a piece of paper, which is hot. The fonts on here are delicious. Quality goods handled with care. They took attention. They paid very close attention to detail here and spared no expense on making this shoe, in my opinion, one of the sneakers of the year. Now, mind you, when I comment on sneakers and talk about them, I look at shoes from a few different perspectives: materials, aesthetics, story, and rarity. So if something's a GR and it's readily available to people, that's great. there's tons of shoes out there with that amazing story behind them, like Nike Fly E's or some of the Air Max 90 retros and things like that, when they have a great story behind them. They make millions of them, and even the quality's good in most cases. But when you look at rarity and story and quality and everything, and tie it into a attainable price, this was $200 retail, I believe. So it gives the shoe a much more of an allure, and that's why the resale prices on this are ridiculously high. We're talking anywhere from $850 to $1,200 right now. This is with supply going out. So I think market will stay around the $800 mark for a while. It's dipped down since people started getting their packages, because resellers did have their way. My co-host on the podcast got a pair. I got a pair. So that's just two people, and we're not like resellers or anything. We kind of just buy shoes to get them, and he wears some of his or whatever. But yeah, I'm just happy to get this one. It's an amazing shoe. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I am going to put this in my shoe case and show it off. Beautiful story behind it. Look, the sole right here. Typical Air Jordan 3. I'm not like, elements of this are pretty basic when it comes down to it. It does have the vintage look. It does have the materials, the premium material touches. But overall, the best thing that this has to offer is that story, the little short film, the way they distributed the shoe. I'm glad that this release was attainable. It wasn't on a need-to-know basis. It wasn't on any limited run here or there. I know a couple of Foot Lockers are getting it to pick them up in store, but they gave you options to purchase the shoe. Come into the store, order on a raffle online, and then they're coming out with a general release on the 28th. It was supposed to drop on the 21st, but in the wake of the verdict of the Derek Chauvin murder of George Floyd, they recognized that and took back the general release so people could focus and reflect on that verdict and basically get their minds right and understand that it's not, focus on that right now. These social issues are more important than sneakers, and it's commendable. There's some people who are critics of it, but me, at the end of the day, I think that, now I'm not saying this just because I got the shoe. I'm just saying it because it makes sense that you let people kind of gather themselves and focus on that. So push it back a week, let people take that in, do what you need to do, talk to your friends, your family, spark up those conversations around this social issue, come back to the shoe later on and buy it then, and be mad when you don't get it. All right, and focus on that. But look, A Ma Maniére, Air Jordan. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Only because I don't really wear Jordans. I'd give it that extra 1 if I was going to wear it. But I don't wear Jordans right now. Tell me what you think about the shoe in the comments below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's gimmicky? And that's all I got for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Peace.